I remember this was 2007, this was March, and Bengal, it was going through very violent, volatile political turmoil.
Me and Anindra, while coming back from Nandigram, we were just discussing that how the minorities, the voice of minorities can be heard, and we have to generate some dialogues.
We really felt a very strong need to create a space which is queer affirming, however which does not shy away from asking larger, broader political questions.
At that point of time, we also needed a safe space because otherwise some vandalism or whatever, I just don't know. The thing is, situation was not in favor of us.
When Purkay and Sappho for Equality came to us for a partnership to support a program like Dialogues many years back, there wasn't any platform actually. There wasn't any platform for LGBTQIA plus people or any other minority existence or question. A platform to come together in order to express themselves freely without any inhibition, to be one own self.
We went there to Max Muller and we proposed that thing to program director, and he said, okay, let me think. I think it can be done. It can be.
It provides a platform which is neutral. It provides the freedom for people to come and express their views, to exchange. There is a place of discussion, there is a place of exchange and discourse.
From 2009 till, Goethe Institute Max Muller became the partner of Dialogues.
We used to see it as one of the advocacy programs, something like that. But along with the time and the response that we got from the festivals and the interest, the enthusiasm from the community as well as the non-community persons, so gradually it become kind of festive thing. It is there now in the Calcutta cultural calendar.
See, Dialogues started as an LGBTQI film festival. It still is, but then eventually we realized that the fight of a queer person is not singular. Like, the fight against oppression cannot be fought alone.
When you first think of an LGBTQIA plus film festival, you think about a certain kind of a queer cinema, and the kind of branding that's happening out there, it's related to very sort of a pride stamped cinema, like only that can be LGBTQIA plus. Others that don't fall in the category cannot be that, So, queerness is in all forms of life, like it can't be just defined by certain words, certain labels. So we wanted to basically go away from that.
It's just not enough to only sort of, talk about queer issues. It's about if the queer community wants inclusivity, then the queer community also has to be inclusive of any other crisis or identify with each other's problems. We have to come together. It's the minorities against the majority.
Dialogues has been running for 15 years. There's a great word of mouth reach that Dialogues itself has. And Dialogues has a great reputation for putting out quality content, issue-based content, and there is a following of the film festival that comes with the festival.
Dialogues won the heart of several people from the larger society, and at the same time we must say that Dialogue helped us to build up our allies as well.
This year we've gone online, but when we had the physical festival, there were people. It was a space where filmmakers, artists, audience, everybody came and the conversation would strike, and then yes, it definitely makes change. One conversation that happens today will have its ripple effect in time, and I'm sure definitely it has made a lot of difference.
from the very beginning we thought that film is a very good medium to communicate with people.
The beauty of cinema is you connect on a level which is far, far deeper than anything that probably would happen. It is a part of your story. It could be a very minimal part of your story. Could be portrayed in movies or could be seen in movies where you connect that yes, this happened to me. But you also realize that the experience is not yours alone. It was so deep for people that they actually put it out on films to be shown to everybody. So that part of the connect that you have with the movie is not just a part of your own personal journey, but so many other people have that journey with you.
So it's really important that we have festivals like this to say, you know, yes, of course, there's so much great work. Let's celebrate it. Let's watch it. Let's discuss it. And I think it sort of opens our eyes and our ears to being much more comfortable with having conversations around all of this, no matter who you are.
The Fassbinder retrospective, I remember, this was in the old Wete building. I think we screened 5 of his films, and we screened them in 16mm print. I mean, for me that was quite a high to watch because, of course, the shift had happened by then. It was digital medium, but for us to engage with an analog medium such as celluloid and also to handle it, of course it was not 35. I remember, you know, even then it was something that a lot of film festivals now wouldn't have that experience of the knowledge.
In 2017, we decided to do it in a different space. You know, we choose that Boshu Street. We know that that's a huge number of capacities, sitting capacities. Even then, and at the same time, that is the Hajra junction. We knew that the mixed population had grown, no, and in which way. But again, with the team of dialogues, we said, okay, chalo, we have to do it. And we have to, like the cinema posters, we have to, put the hoarding dialogues, LGBT film festivals. So that way we did it. And you can't believe the way actually we have, we got overwhelming response.
They've done a fabulous job this year because, again, as I said, getting this entire backbone in place, it's technical backbone, it's not easy. And there's so many things to keep in mind, the IP rights, the technicalities and all of that. So keeping all that in mind, I think they've done a fabulous job.
I don't think you can take away from a big screen and people enjoying something collectively. That experience you can never replicate. But again, this brings out a new way of doing things where people can sit at home and watch things, which is actually right now our reality anyway. So it's like taking a step towards the future, but I am hoping as soon as we can collect and meet together, we can have a hybrid situation as well.
Watching film on the big screen and then interacting with people and everybody out in that space, that has a different vibe. That is what I keep missing, and that I keep missing. This year also some of the film festivals, either have they gone online or they will postpone to next year, some of them have curtailed the entire scale of operations. So keeping that in mind, it is a 50-50, I understand, we've got pandemic and everything, but given a choice, I would still go for a film festival which is actually being held in a venue, not an online one.
I hope we have analog futures. I mean, as much as we are indebted to a digital technology and the enabling feature of a digital technology, I hope that it does not take over our lives fully.
Right now we have our website, so through that we'll be able to reach out to different parts of the globe, and at the same time, if possible, perhaps we will be able to do the offline festival as well. So it is too early to decide.
We are looking more positively next year, so hopefully that will happen. But yeah, it has also opened doors of planning dialogues as a hybrid festival. So we can keep doing online activities along with having the festival physically. So that is one great advantage which has opened in front of us.